decision maker, as a big shot maker. I think it's a scary prop. I think it's almost better that that's the team they draw, because you know what? The New York Knicks are going to have the Celtics' attention, and that's probably a good thing when you've got a team that's been to the finals as many times as Boston.
Boston handled them easily in the regular season as Aldridge gets the turnaround. He's got 25 points. He's 11 of 18 from the field.
I can't get over the guy's growth in such a short period of time, and he's really just touching, I think, his potential.
Dallas has gone almost 10 minutes without a field goal. Terry bumped, and he'll go to the line. Let's listen in. Nate McMillan in the Blazer huddle.
Hey, come on. Get your hands up. Hey, all we got to do is get stopped. The defense is what's going to do it for us, all right? Offensively, we got a nice rhythm. Keep executing, setting screens, and attacking.
Terry misses the first free throw. Meanwhile, he's one of the best free throw shooters in the league.
The last point he made, I think, is the best one. You look at this Blazer roster, and if Brandon Roy's healthy, he can get his own. But the reason that screening is important is there's not a lot of great one-on-one players who can create their own opportunities for him. So all that screening that they do to get action going and get their players moving is important for this team.
Third straight postseason for Portland after a 5-year drought. The Blazers haven't won a series since 2000. Longest current streak of consecutive lost series at 6. Batum no. Nowitzki with the board, his 10th to go along with 14 points. Here's Dirk on the other end. Batum defending. Dirk raises and misses. Dallas has missed its last 10 shots from the field. And Dirk just 5 of 17 on the night.
It's interesting when you disrupt a score early in the basketball game. Is there ever a point in the game where he can catch his rhythm? For Dirk, the answer's been no.
Batum with the stuff on the pass by Brandon Roy.
Boy, fast to the rim, Batum.
11 points for Nicholas Batum, and Portland has its largest lead of the game at 6. And a turnover by Dallas. Wallace, and Roy couldn't handle the pass. Turnover, Blazers.
Well, the Portland Trail Blazers in the second half have taken control of this basketball game. Many of their opportunities coming right at the orange. That leads to good field goal percentage. They've got the advantage. LA doing work. Where else? On the left box.
11 minutes is the pressure getting to Dallas.
You could certainly make the case that there's probably more pressure on this 57-win team in the first round than any other series in the NBA. And their issue right now is they had 16 points in the paint in the first half. They don't have a single point in the paint. This is a jump shooting team. And can they make enough jump shots to win?
Their last field goal came at 4:38 of the third quarter, but Jason Kidd, who has bailed them out all night, now 8 of 12 from the field, 21 points. Dallas had missed its last 10 over an 11-minute span prior to that shot by Jason Kidd.
They were 47% shooting in the first half, 23% prior to that make in the second.
Roy with 3 on the timer. Short. Wallace trying to keep it alive. Dallas ball down 4 at the 5-minute mark. Game 1 winner in a best-of-7 ends up winning the series almost 80% of the time. Dirk going backdoor, got it from Kidd, and a block by Aldridge. One, a foul is called. 4th team foul on the Blazers here in the quarter. Only the 3rd on Aldridge, and Nowitzki is 4-4 at the line. 14 points, will shoot 2. Career high in field goal percentage this year at 52, but just 5 of 17 tonight. Don't forget tomorrow, more NBA playoff action on ABC. It's game 1 between the Lakers and Hornets. NBA playoffs and ABC, home of the NBA Finals. Buick Regal NBA Countdown gets things going at 3. Nowitzki gets them both, and it's a 2-point game.
It's amazing how often that guy is right around 50% from the floor, 40 from 3, and 90 from the free throw line. It's extraordinary consistency. Tonight, obviously, an exception.
Shot clock at 2. Miller. Dallas can tie or retake the lead here. Nowitzki bumped. And that puts the Blazers over the limit with 4 minutes and 16 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter.
Nice job by Dallas. In late clock situations for Portland, they're making the right switches.
Dallas, one of the best free throw shooting teams in the league. Dirk, one of the best of all time. 89% this year. He made 74 straight at one point in March, and he's 7 of 7 tonight. One more coming.
Rick Carlisle has a very long history in this game, and I asked him where he thought Dirk fit. And remember now, he was a teammate of Mr. Bird, okay? Yeah. He said top 10 or 15 all-time, no questions.
In his 13th year, MVP in 2007, 4-time first-team All-NBA, 10 straight All-Star games, and he just tied it at 72 with his 18th point. Dallas struggled at home during the regular season and in postseasons past. Starting to come alive, though. The crowd into it here. Great environment, Doris, here in Dallas. Let's see how the Mavs respond. Now they got the game tied again.
You've relinquished a 10-point lead. People have questioned your toughness over the last several years. You have an opportunity now to change your disposition, get enough stops, and become the team that people have expected you to be in the last several seasons.
That's one of the things Rick Carlisle talked with us about, that attitude, that it's all that really it comes down to for Dallas. And Holly was just listening in on a Rick Carlisle huddle.
Well, that's right. Actually, when they were down by 6 points, he turned to his team and he told them, guys, right here, the game comes down to getting defensive stops, and this moment will define who we are. Since that huddle, his team came back to tie it. They did not allow Portland to score, and it looks like they are trying to define who this Dallas team will be, soft or winners at the end of this game.
Andre Miller continues to have a great night. He's got 16 points and 6 assists after that bucket. And Portland back up 2. Here's Nowitzki, long range, his first three-point attempt, and it drops to get Dallas a lead. In the fourth quarter for Dirk. Miller, no. Chandler boards. Nowitzki has come alive here in the final frame. He goes backdoor, takes it in strong, and is fouled. Hit the deck hard, holding his left elbow.
His three-point opportunity. Jason Terry tries to beat Wallace off the dribble. Dirk stays spotted up in the corner, and then he was calling for this play. Almost like he motioned for this particular play, and look at this. Not afraid of contact at the rim.
Remember, there was a great free agent class last year, and Dirk Nowitzki could have been part of it, but he actually took about $2 million less per year to stay in Dallas. Wants to finish his career as a Maverick, signed the new 4-year contract. And even though he hasn't had great numbers in terms of points and rebounds, still been a terrific season, potential first-team All-NBA for the 5th time. He's got 13 here in the fourth.
10 of 10 from the free throw line.
It's an 11-2 run after Dallas went 11 minutes without a field goal. They go to the Dallas native Aldridge on the other end with 3 to play. Aldridge, beautiful move to get the Blazers back within a point.
Boy, he's come so far, this ability to absorb contact, because Tyson Chandler was putting it on him down there.
Only 25 years of age. He's got 27 points tonight. Here's Nowitzki, defended by the smaller Miller. Dirk with the spin, banks it in, and a foul.
The The matchup coming into this was the two power forwards. Two guys. One was an all-star. This guy probably should have been. Chandler is bodying him hard. That jump hook so hard to contain. And then Andre Miller, a little exchange defensively, leads to a mismatch. And Dirk is coming through when it matters most.
16 fourth quarter points, 26 for the game. Dallas by 4 with 2.5 to play.
Now in the past, they would go through Brandon Roy. Now they're exclusively in late game situations about LaMarcus Aldridge.
The double team comes. Aldridge tried to hit Miller, and a Maverick foul. That's just their third team foul. On Marion. Meanwhile, Dirk Nowitzki with 12 consecutive points. Dallas back on top by 4. 14 to shoot for the Blazers. See if they get Aldridge again on the low block. Screen and roll with Roy. Here's Batum. Short with a 3. Only white jerseys under the hoop. And now Kidd in transition for Dallas. Kidd all the way to the goal. Blew the layup. Portland ball inside 2 to play. Down 4. Miller in on Dirk. What a move. Andre Miller with 18 points.
Well, that guy is just so tough around the rim. Even when he's getting to the rack like that, it's his change of pace. It's not explosive speed and a craftiness to score over and around bigger defenders.
Blazers back within 2. A double Dirk. Kidd finds Terry with 5 to shoot. And Terry grabbed by Miller. That's going to put Terry on the line, and Andre Miller picks up his 5th personal foul.
Well, Andre Miller gets this basketball from Brandon Roy. The push ahead, he feels like he's got the advantage. Dirk is probably doubtful that he's going to come in there. And he's saying that the push up, yeah, he did grab his arm, but that was after Andre reached across his body.
Terry just 2 of 4 at the line. He's an 85% free throw shooter. He rattles that one home.
Now, interestingly, the last possession, Nate McMillan elected to put the ball in the hands of Brandon Roy. A little screen and roll action. I don't think Batum was the option they were looking for. Let's see what they do on the next possession.
Terry gets them both. 4-point game. Timeout Portland. Dirk Nowitzki has taken over the game here in the 4th quarter for the Mavs. But we're not done yet. 1.5 to go. 4-point Dallas lead. Back in Dallas, where Dirk Nowitzki has brought the Mavs back from a 6-point 4th quarter deficit to take a 4-point lead.
You've got to be mentally tough, I think, to be as frustrated as he was at points in the game and yet still have the calmness and the demeanor necessary to make the plays late. And a lot of these contact, making the right reads, a backdoor cut on the deny by Aldridge, absorbing the contact. Then he stays spaced on the dribble drive by Terry, gets the big 3. Recognizing a smaller defender. The spin move to get by Andre Miller. A bit deliberate, but nonetheless effective.
Had only 2 points in the 2nd and 3rd quarters. 16 here in the 4th. It's a 16-6 Dallas run to take a 4-point lead.
Dallas has 15 free throw attempts in the 4th quarter. Portland has 12 for the game.
They just called a Blazer foul. They call it an away from the play foul. This could be huge against Dallas. Foul is on Marion. If it's an away from the play foul, it's essentially a technical and the ball, because we're inside 2 minutes to go. So 1 shot technical and the ball because of the away from the play foul on Marion. This could be big. And actually, they're in the, that's their 4th team foul, and Roy missed the free throw. So they're not in the bonus.
Watch the middle of the paint area. That is where Marion is going to end up. What is that?
Didn't see where the foul was, but it was called. It didn't hurt him because Roy missed the free throw. Portland ball. Here's Roy to Batum for three. Aldridge tried to dunk the rebound, lost the ball, scrum, out of bounds, Dallas ball. So Portland can't capitalize on the mistake by Marion. Had an opportunity to get 4 points in that possession. Instead, they get nothing.
I think that conference was to discuss the right call there going out of bounds.
And again, they can go to the monitor inside 2 minutes to look to see who touched it last, but they don't there. They give it to Dallas.
Kenny Maurer seemed pretty certain he had the right call.
Under a minute to go now. Dallas ball, 4-point lead. Terry with the ball. Shot clock at 5. Here's Nowitzki. Dirk falling away. Won't go. Chandler punches it out to Terry. Here's Jason Kidd with the shot clock at 10. He's got 21 points. Timer's at 5. Kidd for 3. It's good! His 6th three! Who is that kid? 24 points for the 38-year-old Jason Kidd, including 6 threes.
You had relinquished a 10-point lead. People had questioned your toughness. But when you had to have it, you found it. And it's been behind your 2 veterans, Jason Kidd, Dirk Nowitzki, at least for game 1, answering some questions. And the owner, yeah, he thinks it's pretty good.
Dallas in command after Jason Kidd's 6th three-pointer. It's a 7-point Dallas lead after Portland had a golden opportunity because of the away from the play foul to get an extra point. Nowitzki and Kidd combining for 50 points and 15 rebounds.
There's experience and there's collective experience, and this is a Dallas team with collective experience.
Those 6 threes by Kidd, a career playoff high in his 122nd postseason game. Batum for 3. It's in. Batum pulls Portland within 4. Remember, Portland won a game against San Antonio during the regular season where they were down 4 with about 2 seconds left. And it was Batum that hit some free throws and then the game-winning alley-oop lay-in. We'll see if they've got some late game heroics in them again tonight.
Well, exactly what you needed. As efficient a shot as you could get. One dribble off the inbound pass. So it only takes a couple of seconds. And that's with a pretty long defender. You can see why this team was adamant about not giving up Nick Batum, because he's just 22 or 23. I'm not sure.
At 22 years of
22.
age, 3rd year out of France.
I mean, amazing, the upside on this young guy. If you're Dallas, I got to believe you want to make sure Dirk is touching this. He's been outstanding in the 4th quarter and a great free throw shooter.
1 timeout remaining for Portland. Dallas ball with a 4-point lead, trying to take a 1-0 series lead. Game 2 is Tuesday. Earlier today, 2 of the 3 home teams won. Chicago and Miami. We had Orlando losing at home to Atlanta. Dallas was down by 6 here in the 4th. But has come back behind Nowitzki and Kidd.
You're obviously trying to make a play defensively with a steal if you can on any catch, regardless of who's got it. You got to make the hit.
Dallas can throw it into the backcourt here. Chandler, of the guys on the floor, is the worst free throw shooter. 73%. Kidd's got to get it in. He does to Terry, and they'll foul him. Terry, 85% free throw shooter, but he has missed a couple tonight. Aldridge picking up the personal. His fourth. Don't forget tomorrow on ABC, you can see Kobe Bryant and the Lakers against the New Orleans Hornets. Game one of that series from LA, 3:30 Eastern on ABC. It's a 5-point lead with one free throw coming for Terry. Portland will take the timeout. 21.4 on the clock. 6-point lead for Dallas.
Last time you ran this play, you got a very efficient one-dribble look for Nick Batum. Do you go back to the same play? It's not as easy for Brandon Roy with the knees he has to get separation from defenders. You think back to his early part of his career. The other thing you could sometimes look for here is the direct entry to the post if you can free up LaMarcus Aldridge.
We got Fernandez, who's a good free throw or good three-point shooter. We saw Brandon Roy in a game in Portland earlier this year hit a three late to send a game to overtime against Denver. As you see the leading scorers tonight, Aldridge a game high 27, Nowitzki with 26, but 16 of those coming in the fourth. Portland led by 6 with 6 minutes to go, but since then a 21-9 run by Nowitzki and the Mavs.
Yeah, it's interesting that Nate was talking pregame about guys having bad quarter or 2 quarters or 3 quarters and being able to find their rhythm. That's what Dirk did. That's what a veteran does.
No timeouts left for the Blazers. 21.4 on the clock. They're down 6. It'll be Fernandez inbounding. Here's Batum. He got a look. Off the mark. Rebound Chandler. The Dallas Mavericks are going to take game 1. Nowitzki fouled. He'll go to the line where he's 11 of 11 tonight. How about Jason Kidd, 9 of 14, a career playoff high 6 threes, 24 points. Nowitzki has 26. All 12 of his foul shot attempts have come here in the fourth quarter.
I think what amazed me is the early threes from Jason were because I think that was the way they were playing him. He was getting those shots. In the second half, it was more about him hunting those shots, which you so rarely see him do. He does it when he makes shots early, though.
The dagger was when they had a 4-point lead. The shot clock was winding down, and he hit the three as Roy misfires. And the Mavericks win game 1, 89